Hello, all. This is your Professor Ian. This is my lecture on code switching. So, what is code switching? Is the question I'm asking or trying to answer. But first, I want to take a moment and think about what is academic writing. That's what we're all here to learn about is academic writing, and this is going to help us think about why and what code switching is. So, what is academic writing? Well, let's even back up a step further and think about what non-academic writing you do every day, because I'm sure you do. Um, we tend to think of academic writing as the formal writing we do, but everybody does a lot of informal writing every day. How many texts do you send in a day? How many times do you post to social media in a day? How many emails do you send? I know emails are kind of becoming outdated, but we still send emails. How much professional writing do you do every day? Do you do writing at your work? Do you have to send emails or letters or faxes? Maybe that's really old-fashioned, but how much informal or even semi-formal writing do you do every day? I'm guessing, I've done this in class, and everybody does a bit of writing every day. So it's not that we don't write, it's that we don't do academic writing every day. So then again, what is academic writing? Well, the OWL at Purdue, that's the online writing lab at Purdue. There's a link on the front page of the Canvas site because the OWL at Purdue is the best grammar and formatting site on the internet. So if you have questions, specific questions, it's a great place to go. It's where I'll find the link and send it if you ask me questions, because it's a really great site. Anyways, they define academic writing as the types of writing you may encounter while in college, which I think is great. Super broad definition of what academic writing is. But, it is the kind of formal writing that we do in college and university. In your courses, you'll be doing a lot of this. And it includes a number of different things that we'll be looking at this semester. So, specific essay structures. A social science paper looks different than a biology paper. It's just structured different, includes different kinds of information, different place with the information. If you're doing a biology paper, they want, say a literature review and then methodology. And, they have a very specific structure in mind for that discipline versus social science, which might have a very different kind of structure that they're looking for. Both kinds of academic writing. So these are some of the things that we learn about when we talk about academic writing. Specific formatting requirements. In formal or academic writing, we use specific formatting styles such as MLA, APA, or Chicago. Those are the big three. There are others, but these are the big three. And this helps us standardize our writing, helps us standardize our citation of research, right? Makes everything that much more accessible to a wider group of readers. And then, of course, in academic writing, we tend to favor a more objective tone, right? More objective and formal tone. Academic writing is supposed to be a tool that allows writers and readers to explore ideas and concepts as part of a larger academic community, right? The idea behind some of this is that if I'm writing a paper in Mumbai about, West Nile virus and mosquitoes, then the kind of writing I'm using and the formatting and everything, I can share that paper, those ideas through this academic writing with academics across the world. And we all kind of speak that same language, right? We're all writing in that same way. That doesn't always play out in the real world, of course, but that is part of the aim of academic writing, is to create this standardized academic diction and way of communicating for academics to explore ideas in this more objective and open way. It's also, again, more formal, right? We are writing for classes. So we're going to get into more of these rules in 1A. So what is 1A? Well, 1A is a workshop where we can practice writing in academic English. Right? We're going to learn about some of these different requirements and skills and practice some of them. One thing I always like to ask in classes, how many of you are English majors? And the answer I usually get maybe one hand. It's not unusual where I get 30 some students and nobody raises their hand that they're an English major. So, this is an English class, English 1A, but our goal is not to turn you all into English majors. I would love that, but that's not our goal. Instead, we're trying to, help you practice the skills you need for all your other courses. Academic English is the language used in all your other courses to convey ideas, right? If you're in a history course or a sociology course or a nursing course or phlebotomy course, whatever, and you have to do some writing, they're going to want and expect you to write in a more formal academic style than you're perhaps used to. So that's what we're doing in 1A. But as I noted, you already write every day. So the task ahead of us is learning how to switch codes between informal writing, your informal everyday writing, to a more academic formal style, right? And you notice I use that term switch codes because that takes us to this idea of code switching. This is what we're going to think about first in this course. First concept we're going to look at for the first part of the course. It's what your first essay is on. So we're going to look at this topic, this idea. And so we're going to do a little background in code switching this week. For linguists, so that's people who study language, like the hardcore part of language, code switching refers to the practice of alternating between two or more languages or varieties of language in conversation. So it could be a single sentence, that's my meme here, or it could be sentence by sentence. Okay, and I'm gonna pause so you can watch the video, and I'll take it up after that. You'll see the video posted below this lecture. So I'll see you in a minute.